right? You're taking this and kind of reselling to other businesses. Um, so do we have like a discount to maybe download our own list, or do we have some amount like free of the data that we can download kind of, to sell to, like, how does it work in terms of like if I
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, so the way it works is you can connect, you take the money. We don't take payment. Your clients pay you directly through Authorize, Stripe, and then we can integrate whatever other merchants that we don't have integrated that you need. So they pay you everything.
yeah.
Then we would send an invoice similar to Amazon, we'll say, or eBay, or basically at the end of that period, you just have to pay it. And it would be the percentage of the total sales. Same way that eBay works. Starting at 30%, but it's probably going to scale down as we see what different volumes people can do.
Can I download some data so I have like white label agency of you guys, right? Like of the data provider. Can I do a list for myself, for my agency, to kind of resell these services to other company? Can I download it?
So there's no reselling. Like it's they have to pay through. It's basically you're a vending machine. Like the payment has to go through to you, and then the credits would be released to your client's account. So you as the white label never get credits. It's your clients that get the credits, and they just never know we exist. And then they get to use the same system with the same front end, just with your name on it. I mean, we do have it set up on the back end. We have more software developed than people to figure out a business model. So anything what you're saying is 100% possible because the system's developed already to do any of it. It's just then putting together the business model and the internal checks and controls and all of that. So, but no, I mean, we're open to anything at this point. And one thing I want to tie in a nice little bow was in terms of your clients, like what they would see. So, for instance, your clients can see this in terms of same thing, but then you get to control what goes here. You get to control the different types of custom lists that are made. So your white label won't have any of these lists unless you want us to move them into it like a snapshot. But rather, you can go off and make whatever unique things you want for your customers. For instance, let's just say we want to simplify our users' life, make it an iPhone, Steve Jobs' grandma, tie it together like that. Now, the whole white label turns into a very simplified funnel. So, for instance, we have people that only want to sell, what's it called? They only want to sell business leads, right? So, if this was a business lead plan, and I'll show you here. Actually, that might break everything. I'm not going to do that. Basically, we had over here, you're able to select plans that people can use. So that plan specifically might only have business leads, and those business leads, you might not give them the ability to build custom lists. You know what I mean? You could take this option away. So instead of them starting from scratch to build it, you can force them into this funnel of using pre-built lists. So now when you're doing your sales of subscriptions, list leads, whatever definition you want to use, now you can segment them in an easier way. And what we were also going to implement probably next month is you can directly tie this list to somebody, meaning when they go log into their account, they don't have any other thing to see other than that one list. So that'll be a couple of weeks. But this works really well when your clients have questions. So it's like, you know what, don't worry, let me do it custom for you. I'll have Julie do it, blah, blah, blah. And it makes them feel special. And that funnel thing, if you do use that, you have the ability to control various things here. So for instance, if I was to go switch off some of these these B2B filters, right? So let's remove everything about NAICS code. Simply because let's say we stuck them in an employee range and we don't want them to be able to leave it.
And let's just say we don't let them get cell phones. So, and we don't want them to be able to search by email. So if we go up and save that, and we navigate back over to our pre-built lists, and I click contractors, they basically don't have the option to search with that anymore. So they look up for barber leads, right? Barber shop owners. You can make it so the only thing they can do is have the city, state, and the age, for instance. So, and it eliminates a lot of headaches. Like whenever you have more of these options turned on, you need to be able to then explain to them why it's turned on. And that's sometimes difficult. Instead of having to do that, now you just basically get to say, well, nope, you want to get your contractors or large construction companies, right? All right, well, you can only find large construction companies by state or zip code or age, nothing else. And it throws away a lot of those, you know, how do I do this questions? And this applies to all the different filters, and whatever other databases that get added. You'll have the ability to control all of that. And now if I want to just flip back, just go back. And now I'm all back to normal.